Hi. As you can see, today's episode's going to be a little different. I'm not in my usual dark hearts wear, but we have got to talk about this. I told you I'm going to be making some changes on Dark Hearts, and this is one of them. I'm going to start doing Patreon exclusive episodes. This is the preview for that. And when I tell you I've got notes, I've got notes. This is a true crime channel, and this looks like internet drama at the beginning, but there is something very, very serious at the heart of it. If even one or two of these allegations turns out to be true, this is a very, very big deal. I've got my Mormon coffee, even though I'm ex-Mormon. Oh, it's cherry. My husband likes cherry-flavored things. So gather around while Grandma tells you what is going on online. If you're new here, I have spent my life in the recording industry. I have albums, I have worked on the road for decades, and spent my life as a working musician, which is very, very different than a popular or famous musician. So I've got that angle. I also do true crime content, and this could turn out to be criminal. This is what I'm going to do. We're going to talk about all of the players involved first, how they are connected. Third, we're going to go into the scandal that is currently unfolding. And then we're going to talk about the potential crimes and the multiple women who are making allegations. This is long, nuanced, and detailed. I am not going to cover every nook and cranny here, but I'm going to do my best to give you an overview as if you were coming into this knowing very little about it. Then we will update it because there's definitely going to be updates. Let's start with the players in today's game. In the first corner, we have Jelly Roll. Jason DeFord, born in 1984 in Antioch, Tennessee. He was arrested as a teenager for drugs, theft, street crime. He currently has around 40 arrests. In the mid-2000s, he got involved in the underground rap scene. Then in 2010, he released a song called Pop Another Pill with Lil White, and that song did well. He then goes into the country rap scene. It's called Hick Hop. And then in 2022, he released the song called Son of a Sinner, and that blew up. 2024, he was nominated for 2 Grammys. He did not win. Just weeks ago, 2026, he won 3 Grammys. Jelly Roll is married to Bunnie XO. If you've been here for a while, you know that Bunnie XO and I had a bit of an exchange on TikTok when she posted her videos talking about how hot Wade Wilson, the diabolical woman killer, is. Bunnie is Alyssa DeFord, born in 1980. She had a very unstable home life. She became a stripper and then a sex worker. And then around 2015, she met Jelly Roll at a small show in Las Vegas. This is before he got famous. The two have built their entire story on an addict and a sex worker coming together to form a beautiful relationship. They've been together ever since, so more than 10 years it looks like. They have both admitted to cheating on each other, and they have talked very publicly about their open marriage. Bunnie brings other women into the sexual relationship. That's their choice. I don't understand it, but they've built their whole platform on being these broken people who are still making it work. In this corner, we have Ryan Upchurch. Ryan Edward Upchurch, born in 1991 in Cheatham County, Tennessee. Around 2014, he started posting on social media singing, showing off his own original songs. Ryan Church is also a hick hop artist. It's like country music blended with rap. Ryan Upchurch has always been an anti-industry outsider. He talks about how he's independent and he's never going to sign with a major record label. Around 2017, Ryan Upchurch's fan base begins to grow, and this is around the time he becomes associated with Jelly Roll. In 2017, Jelly Roll and Ryan Upchurch released the song Life. It did well in that scene, and then Jelly Roll takes a different path. His trajectory starts to move up, and Ryan Church not so much. Ryan Upchurch is known as a very outspoken, foul-mouthed, call-out culture, exposing it all type of a creator. And Ryan Upchurch dated Nicole Arbour. In this corner, we have Nicole Arbour. She was born in 1985 in Ontario. She is a comedian. She wants to be a musician, and she was a cheerleader for the NBA Raptors. She's had some very small acting roles. I did not know who she was before all of this blew up. In 2015, Nicole Arbour posted a song called Dear Fat People. Gross. She was canceled for this. She also considers herself a call-out creator, exposing it all. Around 2021, she meets Ryan Upchurch, and they reportedly date for 6 or 7 months. So these are our 4 main contenders in this drama. Then we have Morgan Wallen, born in 1993 in Sneedville, Tennessee. He went on The Voice TV show in 2014 and began to grow a fan base. He got bigger and bigger, and in 2024, he was CMA Entertainer of the Year. We also have Chase Matthews. Chase Matthew McQuitty was born in 1997 in Sevierville, Tennessee. He had a hit called Country Line in 2021. He was signed to a record deal in 2022, and in 2026, he's had a #1 song. As Jelly Roll rises to fame, his wife, Bunnie, starts a podcast. I believe it's called Dumb Blonde. Her podcast gets quite popular, and not long ago, she brought on 2 different guests, Ryan Upchurch and Tommy Vext. Both Ryan Upchurch and Tommy Vext have dated Nicole Arbour. Nicole Arbour claims that Bunnie intentionally had these 2 men on her podcast to talk about how terrible Nicole Arbour is and to engage in a smear campaign against her. Why would they do that? Well, we know why exes talk badly about each other, but why would Jelly and Bunnie Roll want to platform people that are smearing Nicole Arbour? Because Nicole Arbour has made very serious claims that she was roofied and drugged in a bar in Nashville, and that it has not only happened to her, but maybe thousands and thousands of other women. And this is the root of the controversy. Nicole Arbour begins to make claims that Jelly Roll and Bunnie are not only aware of this drugging and trafficking network in Nashville, but that they are a huge part of it. She talks about the fact that Bunnie is an ex-sex worker, stripper, Jelly Roll is a felon, he's been to jail more than 40 times, and that they're still continuing in this criminal behavior, despite the fact that they claim to be staunchly Christian. We're going to get into that more in a second. So imagine what's going on behind the scenes here, allegedly. Both Ryan Upchurch and Tommy Vext are friends with Bunnie Roll and Jelly. Both of them have this ex-girlfriend who is somewhat known in this scene, but Nicole Arbour is making allegations against Jelly Roll, Bunnie, and other big Nashville creators. So according to Nicole Arbour, there's this plan to bring these 2 men on Bunnie's very popular podcast to smear Nicole's name before Nicole can start talking, so that when Nicole does start talking about how she was roofied and how all these women are getting drugged in these bars, she will already be discredited and look like a crazy person. Nicole Arbour says this was actually Plan B. Plan A was to make Nicole Arbour sign a hush money contract and pay her off. Nicole Arbour claims she refused to sign the contract and refused to take the hush money. And so Jelly Roll and Bunnie decided to form a conspiracy against her to defame her and to make her look bad, so that when she does come out with what she claims are receipts, she will already be discredited in the public eye. Now, these drugging allegations go back several years, but for whatever reason, this really started to heat up around mid-January of 2026. By this time, Ryan Upchurch and Jelly Roll had a falling out. Now, there are 1,000 different stories about why that is, but we're going to talk about the main reasons in a moment. No one knows if Ryan Upchurch and Nicole Arbour started talking. Maybe she found out that Ryan Upchurch was no longer friendly with Jelly Roll. Maybe they decided to try and take him down together. Nobody knows. But here's what we know. I'm running out of places to put stuff. As Jelly Roll continues to rise to fame, there is a lot going on behind the scenes. Ryan Upchurch and Jelly Roll started as friends. Then Ryan Upchurch claims that he either saw a video or took a video of Jelly Roll beating his wife. There are also rumors that Jelly Roll was beating some other woman. Then rumors start to circulate on the internet that there is video of Jelly Roll beating up his own brother. In November of 2025, Ryan Upchurch claims that Jelly Roll arrived at his house, at Ryan Upchurch's house, demanding to see these videos of him beating a woman and beating his brother. And Ryan Upchurch claims Jelly Roll offered him $150 million in recording contracts, concert deals, and that he would take him more under his wing and make sure he became a megastar in return for the videos. Now, there's a whole bunch of videos about Ryan Upchurch talking about how Morgan Wallen showed up at his house, and Upchurch calls them weird MFers, says he wants nothing to do with them, that he knows they're into all kinds of criminal stuff, and he starts bringing allegations of inappropriate behavior with children into the mix. Around November of 2025, Ryan Upchurch goes full nuclear, claims that Jelly Roll and Morgan Wallen are both industry fakes. They're phony. They're not true hip hop. They're not true country. You know, this scene is all about like who's the most country and who's the biggest hick. Ryan Upchurch also claims that Jelly Roll is a plagiarizer, that he copies the hip hop sound, but he didn't really come up with it and he's getting too much credit for the sound. I mean, if we want to credit someone with hip hop, it would be the rap community. All music is influenced by other music, but we should cite those influences correctly, you know? Now, what no one knows at this time is that in January of 2023, Ryan Upchurch made a secret video recording of Jelly Roll and a group of other men at his ranch, which is called Ghost Ranch. The men are sitting around on couches, and they are supposedly in the recording area of a house or a building on Ryan Upchurch's property at Ghost Ranch. During this video that Jelly Roll does not know is being taken, he most definitely uses the N-word. That does not surprise me at all. But the worst part of what he says is this. Ryan Upchurch and Jelly Roll are still friends at this point. Jelly Roll says that the billionaires have Epstein and Ghislaine, and Ryan Upchurch has Bunnie and Jelly Roll. Now, there's some confusion as to whether or not Jelly Roll is making the comparison or whether someone else made that comparison and Jelly Roll is repeating it. But in the video, it makes it appear that Jelly Roll is comparing himself to Ghislaine and Bunnie to Epstein. Take that how you will. And that they do the dirty work for Ryan Upchurch and his woman. What's the dirty work? I don't know.
Nicole Arbour's exact words were, you ready for this one, y'all? Big caption, big quote. How did Jeffrey Epstein happen? With much work and help. Just like Jeffrey Epstein, Ryan Upchurch has Jelly Roll and his wife to handle his dirty work. Here's a video of Jelly Roll. This is on the internet, dog. It's at millions of views. You see
it's like
17,000.
Are you fucking
Yeah, this is fucking went to big viral. It's insane. We got to
We're all
check.
blocked by a bitch.
It's like a charity event.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm filming, and Jelly Roll's like, I don't give a fuck, bitch.
Epstein?
Or she called you Epstein, but she called me Giselle. You did better than me. Jesus Christ.
Ryan Upchurch holds on to this video for 2 years. The falling out occurs and the two are no longer friends by late 2024. Ryan Upchurch goes online and posts a video saying that he is in possession of a video that will end Jelly Roll's career. Oh, this is so complicated. This is during the same time that a video of Morgan Wallen, country star, was leaked with Morgan Wallen saying the N-word, and the backlash was severe, as it should be. So Ryan Upchurch is watching this downfall of Morgan Wallen and thinking, well, I've got Jelly Roll on video saying the same word. After Ryan Upchurch posts the video stating he's got video that will ruin Jelly Roll, Adam Calhoun, another personality, posts and calls Ryan Upchurch a narc and a snitch. Ryan Upchurch responds by saying, not only can I ruin Jelly Roll, but Jelly Roll also pressured Chase Matthews to try and refriend Ryan Upchurch to bring him back into the group because Jelly Roll was so afraid of what Ryan Upchurch had on him. And that Jelly Roll promised Chase Matthews he would give him an opening gig at one of his concerts if he could refriend Ryan Upchurch and bring him back into the fold. These guys think of themselves as like the Godfather, you know, the mafia guys. Whew. Ryan Upchurch continues to go full nuclear. They call it all gas, no brakes, and doubles down, posting about an incident where he showed up at Morgan Wallen's bar and was disallowed access to the VIP room. And this is a great form of disrespect. Like I said, they think they're in the mafia. So this feud percolates and brews through December of 2025, and we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. We don't know if Ryan Upchurch and Nicole Arbour are talking to each other. We don't know if they're friendly, if they're not. But the tensions continue to rise all through January. Ryan Upchurch continues posting. He goes into this big, long tirade about how people are opening fraudulent credit cards in his name, trying to ruin his credit, his finances, trying to take him down because he is against the Nashville industry scene, against Jelly Roll, and that he is trying to expose all of this drug dealing, drugging of women, trafficking women. And so he's been targeted. Now, this is why we're talking about this today. I'm not a drama creator. I'm a true crime creator. But we have to go through all of this in order for it to make sense. On Valentine's Day, 2026, just a couple weeks ago, Nicole Arbour posts a video stating she is about to drop a bomb. Later that same day, she posts her music video. Now, I cannot play you that music video because it is copyrighted. I'm going to show you stills from the video, and I'm going to read you the lyrics. Not all of them because there are a lot, but some of the lyrics. The song is called Cosplay Christian. And remember, Jelly Roll just won 3 Grammys weeks ago, and we got up on stage. He went into full preacher mode. His thank you speech was all about God, what a great Christian he is, I have a really hard time with this stuff, but it was a sermon. Once upon a time, not long ago, there was a drug dealer who married a hoe, wanted to be famous, so he sold his soul, and his friend fell in love with a girl named Nicole. His best friend, he had a lot of fans, so Big Man and Ho, they made a plan. Help his friend get the girl should be a whiz. Then his best friend's fans said, we'll be his. But Nicole didn't feel it. She thought he was gay, got a restraining order just to keep him away. Big Man and Ho said, we'll help you, friend. If she won't love you, then we'll plot her end. We'll kill her career and take her life. She'll regret the day she refused to be your wife. Then she goes on to talk about how Jelly Roll made a switch from hip hop to Christian music and how there's a lot more money for him in Christian music. The chorus goes, cosplay Christian, keep playing victim, turn to flip the table on your lies. Preying on the children, really you're the villain, Hollywood demon in disguise. And this is where it really starts to go off the rails. She has openly made allegations of preying on children. So that's where I come in. You know, we are on a crusade here to uncover anyone who hurts children. Has Jelly Roll or anyone I'm talking about today been charged with any crime? Absolutely not. I want to be very clear about that. There are multiple people, and I would say I've seen at least 50 videos of people who work concert tours, food service workers, spa workers, manicurists, pedicurists, hairstylists, makeup artists, claiming that at some point in time they have worked in and around the Jelly Roll camp, that there are strippers and sex workers hired for Jelly Roll, that some of the girls are very young, and that this whole Christian thing is a con. Those are the allegations. Now, this song by Nicole Arbour is a lot longer than that. And for 2 days, she released different clips of the entire song. And as these clips were coming out, Nicole Arbour also posted clips of Bunnie talking about witchcraft. Oh, Lordy. I have been very interested in studying all kinds of religion for decades now. I'm very old. You guys know I was born and raised Mormon. I've been out of the church for more than 15 years. I do not believe in religion. It is a man-made thing. And I am also not a believer in woo. Do I believe in energy? Absolutely. Do I believe there are many, many things we simply do not understand? Yes. Do I think there's an afterlife? I don't know. I'm totally and completely agnostic. But this narrative, Christians versus witches, can we be so fucking for real right now? Your religion is based on drinking blood, eating flesh, sacrificing people on a cross, magic beings that appear in the sky, ancient rituals, worship of magical deities. If there's anything that's witchcraft, it's Christianity. Anyway, we don't have time for one of my tangents today, but Nicole Arbour posts these clips of Bunnie on her podcast talking about how she has generations of witches in her family and people in her family have been doing witchcraft for decades. Now, before I go completely off my tangent, every single person in this story is problematic. That is the nicest way I can put it. Nicole Arbour is incredibly problematic and has said some absolutely ridiculous things. And I think she thought this jab of Bunnie having witches in her family was going to be some sort of a takedown. I couldn't give a shit less. But of course, online, people are like, I knew she was a witch. I could tell she was a witch. I could see it in her eyes. I could say a lot right now. I'm not going to. I've said before that my spiritual beliefs most closely align with Native American beliefs. And I'm just going to stop myself. I don't think the post about Bunnie and witchcraft got the traction that Nicole Arbour thought it would. But that's not stopping her. On February 17th, Nicole Arbour posted clips of Bunnie talking about being a sex worker and hiring hookers even now. Now, remember, Bunnie and Jelly have said they have an open relationship, and Bunnie brings other women into their sex life. Nicole then makes claims that Bunnie is trying to cover up the roofie and trafficking situation that's going on in Nashville. Not only that she has a stake in it, but basically that she's part of it. Nicole Arbour also claims that Bunnie has engaged in victim shaming. There's some validity to some of that, not just in this situation, but others. And that's especially surprising because Bunnie herself has been a victim. I'm going to briefly show some clips of some of the domestic violence she has suffered. I mean, Bunnie has been through some stuff. And I am speaking as someone who is not a fan of any of these people. I think sometimes with creators like this, it comes off as, well, I'm just the kind of person that'll say the thing nobody else will say. A lot of times that's because you have some beliefs that are outdated, problematic, and controversial. When someone has said very controversial things that upset other people, running to, I'm just a truth teller, that doesn't work for me. If you say something that you shouldn't say, then just own it. Don't try to frame yourself as a truth teller. But Nicole Arbour is making all kinds of allegations against Bunnie. She says that Bunnie says, well, Nicole Arbour was never roofied at a bar. And Nicole's like, I thought you didn't know me. I thought we've never met. So how would you know that? So that's kind of the back and forth. And Bunnie hasn't responded publicly. On that same day, Nicole Arbour also makes a post saying that she was contacted by a reporter from TMZ. Nicole said that as their phone interview went on, this reporter was asking questions about the feud, that Nicole started demanding to know why TMZ posts fluff pieces about Jelly Roll and Bunnie instead of hard-hitting pieces about these allegations. And Nicole Arbour asks the TMZ reporter, are Jelly and Bunnie Roll paying you to put out these puff pieces? And then the reporter hangs up on Nicole Arbour. February 20th, Nicole Arbour posts a video of Jelly Roll shaking hands and hugging Donald Trump with Elon. And then she goes into this whole booger eating thing. I wish I was kidding. There's video of Jelly Roll doing that. And just a couple days ago on February 21st, Nicole Arbour posted a montage of Jelly Roll talking on stage at the Grammys, receiving his Grammys and talking about how this is all because of God and he's given his life to God and what a wonderful Christian he is. Cut in with Jelly Roll talking in private, where he says on video that he's going to beat people's ass, he's going to shoot somebody, that his wife's going to beat somebody's ass, that they're nobody to mess with, that they're violent. So you're kind of getting the picture. While all of this is going on, the feud between Ryan Upchurch and Jelly Roll, former friends, is escalating. Now, if you want to find Ryan Upchurch's videos, he posts multiple times a day. You have to go to the hashtag Creek Squad. One word, Creek Squad. Just before I came in to film this video, Ryan Upchurch posted a video of him in his truck stating that he is now recording his life 24/7, that he has a GoPro on him at all times because he is being followed, because he is being harassed, and that he believes he is on a hit list. Ryan Upchurch believes somebody is going to kill him. Ryan Upchurch has made allegations against Morgan Wallen, Chase Matthews, Jason Aldean, and he consistently calls them weird motherfuckers. And I'm going to be real careful here, but he talks a lot about girls, children, on tour buses, at parties, and spending time with these adult men. We don't say underage women. We say girls. We say children. Ryan Upchurch even posts this video where Jason Aldean stands in front of a convoy of semi-trucks. And he says, why in the world do you need a convoy of semi-trucks to go on the road for a tour? It's like 1 or 2 trucks. Why do you have 15? And he literally says, it's because those trucks are full of women and children. I know. There is body cam footage of Ryan Upchurch after he calls the police to his house. And he tells the police, the specific reason that I called you to my house is because I want this on body cam. I'm going to play some clips of that. He's talking about credit card fraud. He's talking about financial fraud. He's talking about Jelly Roll. He's talking about trafficking. And he makes a lot of statements about how he is for protecting women and children and these other creators are not. Nicole Arbour is over in her corner comparing Jelly Roll to Diddy, saying that he pays hush money, saying that he hires sex workers, all while claiming to be a godly man. Then Ryan Upchurch goes, I already said nuclear. What's worse than that? Nothing. He makes claims that not only are the authorities, law enforcement in the Nashville area aware that women are being drugged and women and children are being trafficked, but that they are part of a cover-up. And again, now I'm back in my area. Look, where there's smoke, there's fire. No one has been arrested. No charges have been filed. I need to make that very clear again. I believe women. Before I disbelieve a woman who says she was drugged or assaulted, I believe her. Do women lie about those things? Absolutely. Do hundreds of them lie about it? Do thousands of them lie about it? I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, and there are thousands of women. We have a bar here in St. George. I've never been there. I do not like the people that own it, so I've never been. But the biggest reason I've never been is because the bar has a long-standing history of women being drugged there. How do I know this? Because I sit on a board here in town, started by a friend of mine who is a forensic sexual assault nurse. That's like her whole job. So when somebody here in St. George gets sexually assaulted, they are sent to my friend's company. It's a nonprofit, and I sit on the board. She does the exam. She does the aftercare in a way that is not so clinical. If you guys would like me to have Megan on the show, I absolutely will. She is a powerful woman, fascinating woman, strong personality, and she is fighting an uphill battle against this is St. George, Utah. Okay, we've got issues here. But if you would like me to have Megan on the show, please let me know. Hundreds and hundreds of women, thousands of women do not make up the same exact claim. Have there been charges filed in Nashville that aren't nationally public? I would assume so. Do I have proof of those? I don't. Did I go looking for them? I did not. I got 30 minutes here today. So me sitting here blabbing for what I'm sure is going to be at least 40 minutes now, I know this one's going to be over 30 minutes, is to bring you up to speed on the allegations, because we are watching this in real time. We are watching this unfold in real time. This isn't going away. This is not going to end anytime soon. And these are just the bullet points. This ain't even close to the whole story. Ryan Upchurch posts 3, 4, 5 times a day. If you want to learn more about this, Nicole Arbour is spelled Nicolearbour. Ryan Upchurch uses the hashtag Creek Squad. I have to make sure I say creek and not crick, because I'm a Utah hood from the woods. We say crick, but it's Creek Squad. Of course, you know how to look up Jelly Roll, and then his wife goes by Bunnie, Bunniexo. This was your glimpse into, I'm going to call them like FaceTime chats, or grandma calls you on FaceTime and we just have a little chat. This is a world that I am very familiar with. Not the world of superstardom, obviously, the music industry. And everyone that you see that becomes a superstar started where I work, started where I've spent the last damn near 30 years. I am very, very familiar with this world. We all know shady stuff goes on. We all know there's drugs. We all know there's sex work. We all know there's addiction, violence. But if there is trafficking and drugging of women taking place in Nashville and the surrounding area or anywhere else, that is big. Yes, we know what goes on, but is there a ring? Is there a conspiracy? Are Ryan Upchurch's allegations true? That's what we need to be focused on. All of this is drama, but it's important to know the story that created the meat of the issue. And what's important are the allegations of drugging women, sexually assaulting women, and trafficking women and children. That's what matters here. The rest of the stuff, not so much. Let them fight it out. I said this a couple weeks ago on an episode. If there is anything that we all need to be laser focused on right now, it is bringing to justice those who harm children. It is getting children out of harm's way. It is bringing down this unbelievable cabal. I have been down a rabbit hole and I have read and seen things, but I'm going to be honest with you guys, I wish I hadn't. I have OCD already. And there's one story in particular that my daughter told me about and I looked at, and I honestly, I had to tell her, I'm like, please don't ever tell me to look at anything like that again. I don't know what in the world is wrong with so many people. What in the fuck is wrong with you to want to have any type of contact with a child, let alone an infant? You guys know I avoid cases with kids involved because I love kids. I was a dance teacher for 15 years. And if there are children being harmed, and if these sick motherfuckers are taking girls on their tour buses and abusing children, if there's even, why do I always have to get so emotional? If there is even a chance that that is going on, I'm going to talk until I can't talk anymore. I don't like any of the people that we've discussed today. I don't agree with their politics. Ryan Upchurch posts with a Confederate flag behind him, but yet he wants Jelly Roll to get in trouble for saying the N-word. Make it make sense. I have a lot in common with these people. I grew up like they grew up. Yes, my dad was a lawyer and not a rancher, but I was surrounded as a child by other children whose parents were farmers, ranchers, sheep herders. They own horses, they own cows, they work at dairies. My ex-husband was raised by a highway patrolman who also did ranching on the side. I grew up going to the creek, riding four-wheelers, going to the mountain, hunting, fishing, all of that. Being raised that way does not mean that you have to remain racist, bigoted against queer people. And yes, Nicole Arbour, using the word gay as an insult is being a bigot, or hating on people that are different from you. If these people want to praise God and Jesus, fine with me. Do you know the best way to prove that you're a follower of Jesus, the character of Jesus? Act like him. I'm worked up. I'm hot. It's 85 degrees in the studio. I'm sweating. It's already warm here in St. George, and I have to turn the air conditioner off when I film. So under these lights, it gets hot real fast. And the lights are staying bright because the bitch they're lighting is 55 years old, and I need all help I can get. So I'm going to go before I faint. Between the hair extensions and the lights and the menopause, growing old ain't for sissies. But you know what? It is a privilege denied to a lot of people. I embrace it, but I am who I am. I'll be in hair extensions and a full face of makeup till the day I die. At least when I'm in public. When I'm not around anybody, I look like I live under a bridge. So this is what the Patreon episodes are going to be. This is probably not a good advertisement. But I've told you guys 1,000 times, I suck at marketing. I lost a record deal because I was so bad at promoting myself. That's a true story. I really did. They called me in a couple of times and they're like, you've got to do more self-promotion. You've got to go to this conference and you've got to go to this. And I just was like, I don't want to. But I am a performer by nature. This is a performance. So I thought for my patrons, people that really want to spend more time with me, maybe I need some more casual episodes where we just kind of like sit and chat. Because I know I'm very much on when I'm doing my normal episodes. It's just the way I'm wired, you know? I'm old and that was our culture back then. And, you know, you got to look polished and do the dance. And I get on YouTube now and there's these beautiful 25-year-olds with perfectly glassy skin, no makeup, just sitting there talking. And I'm like, yeah, I wish, but I can't. I'm too old. I'm too vain. I'm too realistic to do that. I'm jealous of people that don't wear makeup, wear their hair however they want, and are perfectly happy. I'm jealous of you. I'm just not secure enough for that, and I know it. I hope you enjoyed this sneak peek into my Patreon exclusive episodes. I will still be bringing you your regular videos on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And of course, I've got my podcasts, Dark Hearts with Stacy Lee and 15-Minute Mysteries with Stacy Lee. They are both on Apple and Spotify. Right now, this is a one very old pony show. A donkey. It's not even a pony at this point. It's a donkey. I love you guys, and I hope you're well. I hope we're all here in a couple of weeks. I have this weird feeling that something really big is going to happen. I can't shake it. I cannot shake it. I have this like looming feeling over the back of my head that something major is coming, and I don't know what it is. Live every day as though it could be your last, because it could. Love your loved ones, and if you can't, love the one you're with. Go sit in the sun. Eat, drink, and be merry. And remember that I am so happy you're here, that you're part of my community, and I am grateful for your support. Stay safe, my friends. Be kind to each other. And I'll see you next time on Dark Hearts with Stacy Lee. Bye.